Hey, hey, hey. I think we should be live. Let me know if this is working. I have a completely new streaming setup. This is new from the ground up, completely new OBS, everything. And we should have Zach with us. I'm doing an impromptu stream, which just goes direct to YouTube, and it says we're good. So I'm going to say we're in good shape. I have nothing major tonight. It is just strictly a mess around. Oh, thanks, Zach. Appreciate that. Strictly a mess around and test things. So I upgraded to OBS Studio, and I had to remake everything because you can't import your settings from the old OBS streaming software to the OBS Studio. It's not possible that I could find. So I set up all my settings, all the different scenes, everything, and it should be working with any luck, along with a bunch of other stuff. With any luck, we have a bot in the chat to act as another moderator. And we also have a donation section, which should trigger much like a Twitch stream. It should make a lot of bells and whistles go off if anybody clicks that donate link and donates through Tipstream, or Stream Tip, sorry. I think we're in good shape. I don't have anything major. I just wanted to test these settings and make sure this was going to work before the Monday night broadcast. And it does appear that we're in shape, I think. I got a new toy. Check this out. I mentioned that I got the new DJI Phantom 3. This is the Phantom 3 Standard. I just took it out of the box today, and I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this thing. I kind of didn't think I would be. I'll be honest. I expected a little bit less, and right away I could tell by the plastic quality of this thing. It's got that flexible plastic, and it's not crunchy. I'm well and truly impressed with it already. We'll see how it goes, and I really didn't think I'd like this. I can tell you, I do not like this from the price point. This is the most brutal thing about these quads is the battery. Other than maybe replacement parts might kind of suck too. These things are like $150, which is bloody ridiculous. But it's really neat idea. I'm quite impressed with the setup. It's got two big spade connections down there and standard two big spade connectors in there. It plugs in just like a consumer product should be. The fit and finish is really good. So I haven't flown it outside yet. I haven't flown it at all yet. I set it up and calibrated the gimbal and installed the DJI Go app on my phone and did all the setup of that, which actually took quite a while. And the long and the short of it is you got to do that at home. And then I got playing around with the transmitter setup, and your phone just clips in here, and the DJI Go app has a flight simulator on board. So I've been playing with that, and I've discovered, as I posted on Twitter, this thing, it does not fly like a quadcopter that I'm used to, like that one on the shelf behind me. It is basically, you let go of the sticks and the darn thing stops dead in the sky, which is really, really good for beginners, but it's totally counterintuitive for those of us that have flown before. So we'll see how it. I'm gonna have to relearn how to fly, and this whole centering stick thing, I can't get my head around it yet. But there was one thing I wanted to share on the live show here. I didn't see this in any tutorial. The fact that the throttle stick actually locks down and you can release it. It just locks into a detent, which actually makes this thing one step closer to making sense, other than the centering stick, which now I understand why it does, because the whole quad stops in the sky anytime you neutralize the sticks. But that takes it one step closer. So what I've been doing is just monkeying around and learning, reading the manual. It did come with a printed manual, but what it didn't explain what it didn't explain was this silly switch on this side. It's got a 3-position switch here and a 3-position switch over here, and this one's for your different flight modes, but this one wasn't explained in many places. So I did figure it out. If you toggle it quickly, it does flip it into return to home mode. Other than that, it's only used for binding the aircraft, the Wi-Fi. So I'll have to see whether there's any way to reassign anything, and then your gimbal control is up here. So I've been messing around with it, just static, doing some, actually just carrying it through the house and testing the camera angles, and the gimbal works. Of course I expected that from DJI, but it works really, really well. So we'll see. I have to say, super, super impressed with this thing. I don't know where we're gonna go with this, but hopefully we're going to get some really good video on the channel, care of this awesome camera on the front. The quality of this thing is everything they say it is. Even in low light in the house, it actually does a really good job. Pretty much better, way better than my old GoPro Hero 2s. I compared it just static and really low light in the basement, and it was far and away better. So, and obviously without the huge curvature of the lens, because it has very, very little curve of the lens. It's quite a wide field of view, but doesn't screw with it that much, so it should make for some really good aerial shots. We'll see. But like I said, I wanted to just test this live show setup for tonight and basically stress test it to make sure that we're going to be good for Monday. This live show won't stay live on the channel. Those of you seeing it now are the only ones that are going to see this. We are streaming in 1080, which I didn't think I could do on my current connection with the current PC, but with the new OBS, I thought, well, let's give it a try and see how it works with the PC. We're only pulling 12% on the CPU on the PC right now, no drop frames, cruising along at 2500 kilobits up, which is about the max I can do on this connection, but is just enough to do 1080p. It should be coming through quite decent quality, I hope. Let me know, guys, how the audio and the video is. This is an entirely new setup. Everything, all my setup is entirely new. So, and I haven't seen our little Nightbot in the chat in a little while. He's set to keep an eye on things. When I was doing this, I set up the stream, the tipping function, because in Canada we can't get the donate function on YouTube like a bunch of other countries can. So I set up the tipping function right through OBS, right through the Stream Tip, which is just a Google login and PayPal. So Mason says it's good. Thank you, Mason. And Tom is here. Hey, Tom. Cheers, guys. So yeah, so the tipping function should actually trigger a big display on the screen, as well as when I was searching for that, I just so happened to run across Nightbot, which was nothing new for those of you who have watched Twitch. But I didn't think they had done a YouTube interface yet, and it turns out they have. So I was able to get Nightbot set up on the channel, and he'll throw like social links in every 20 minutes or so, as well as it acts as a standalone moderator who watches for excess caps and a bunch of blacklisted words and stuff, and it will take action on the people in the chat and give them a timeout, which is really, really cool that actually works with YouTube with any luck. So I don't think we'll have too many problems, because you guys are awesome on this channel. Never have any problems at all with the viewers here, but it's good to have that layer of protection so we don't have to overwork the moderators, or if there's the mods are busy, we should be in good shape. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to check in with you guys and test this stuff. So if you've got anything you want to chat about, go ahead and throw it in the chat. Don't be shy. I'm not going to stay online long. I'm going to go back to searching this. Tom, can we try him? Yeah, absolutely, Tom. Go ahead. Ah, there's a Nightbot now. Yeah, go. You can go ahead. You will get probably timed out. It does seem that he is lurking there, but yeah. So I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna go back after this show, and I guess you can't see this, duh, because I'm not watching. Not used to the new OBS interface. It's completely new interface too. I love it. It's so easy to get distracted away from it and not follow it. It's a nice gray, dark scheme, as well as I have like a studio mode where I can have my scenes side by side. It's totally cool. No, Zach, he won't time out another moderator. I've said it that mods are immune from everything he has to say. There are some commands and stuff that you can, anyone can type !commands into the chat, and he will throw out the commands that are the link to the commands. But most of the commands are mod only, and yeah, you won't be touched as a moderator. Any links or anything like that, he won't get grumpy about. Tom asked, he said he got an ESP for Arduino and BME sensor for weather. Very, very cool. Very cool. I haven't played with the ESP8266s, and I haven't even done much Arduino in the last few days. It's been quite sad, actually. And now I probably won't be for some time, because I'm going to be busy with a lot of Phantom drone stuff. Actually, there's the next couple of videos on the channel are entirely quadcopter and drone related, so hope nobody gets too offended that we're going to deviate from some electronics for a bit. This is another area that I've been getting all kinds of tips and tricks from. Of course, YouTube as always. DJI has a specific playlist for the Phantom 3. This is the Phantom 3 standard only, and all kinds of tutorials here, and they're really slow paced, so you actually have to pretty much watch them double speed, but lots of cool stuff in there. And that's what I've been up to since I finished the video today. What video did I finish today? Well, I actually had to finish editing the Raspberry Pi temperature video this morning. Thank goodness it was a holiday today, and I only had to work from about 3 a.m. till 9 a.m. So I got that done, and then I took the entire 250 quadcopter. I don't have it up here. I got it from, I shouldn't even say because I'll forget the supplier. I think it was, it doesn't matter. It's a 250 size kit, and like right around $100. And I did the full unboxing on that today. It's going to be fun. That is going to be a fun little quad. This thing is going to be awesome, but the little 250 is going to be a rocket. It's going to be great. Zach can't wait to get the Versa flying and start working on an autonomous system. Absolutely, Zach. That's going to be totally cool. I watched, or I mentioned to you before that I was going to throw the CC3D in my Versa, in either my newest one or even my old beat up one, and that's going to happen. Video on that probably in about a month and a half ish, and it won't be autonomous like what you're doing because I can't add GPS yet until I get like a RD pilot or something, but it will be fun. It's going to be at least stabilized. Mason asked, do you have an iPhone? Yes, I do. I hate the thing, but that's just me. Yeah, that's what I use for my work, my day job phone, and that's what's chirping beside me. Sorry about that, guys. I normally have it on vibrate before I start, but Tom, and I am second in Zagreb in automation with Arduino for grade school. Awesome stuff. Make cool projects, share them out in school. Man, I wish I was still I wish I would have had the access to the electronics now back when I was in school, because it would have made for way cooler science fair projects. So easy with the information available. And Zach, you're looking for the Ardu Pilot or Pixel Hawk. Why? That is on vibrate. Sorry, guys. Phone never stops ringing. That's what happens. Yeah, I want to do an Ardu Pilot on a Versa for sure, personally. But now I'm gonna be all distracted because I have access to this beast to do full autopilot missions to play around with, and now I guarantee I'm gonna get distracted from the fixed wing full autopilot. I know I will, but hopefully I can get back to it. And Thurk is here. Hey, Thurk. And Mason, you're an iOS dev, no choice. That's a little funny because I did a not iOS dev. I did Android dev for not. I didn't get crazy into it. I learned the basics, and then I actually started farming out the dev. So I still have a bunch of apps on the what is it called, the Play Store now. It's been that long, I don't even pay attention to them, but they throw a couple bucks my way. I delisted most of them because they were just garbage by today's standards, but congrats on doing iOS dev. I think it's a really awesome field to be in. It's hugely beneficial to have that under your belt. It's totally cool. And Zach said, I'd be lost in that DJI. No productivity for you for a while. Yeah, I'll admit I'm already a little fancied with it, more or less mainly because of what I mentioned earlier. I'm going to have to learn how to fly again. It's not. I'm gonna have to get my brain around not piloting it and not actually handling the forward momentum and carrying through turns the way that you would normally do with a quad or a heli, because this thing is totally it's made for the public, that's for sure. What I played with in the simulator today, it just you let go of the sticks and it just stops and sits there in the sky. Like, not drastically super fast stops, but it stops pretty quick and just hangs there like it's hung from a rope in the sky. And that jives with what I've read and what I've seen in videos. So it's going to take some time to get my head around. It is certainly not flying helis like I'm used to. So it's going to be fun. Tom made a game in Java. Very cool. I did try programming a little bit in Java once upon a time. First thing that angered me was to get the development environment on my PC was just a royal pain in the butt for Java, and I just got so mad. But I got through that, and I developed like a really basic like Snake game just to see if I could do it, and I detested the whole experience, so I never looked back. More power to those that have played around in Java. It's not my cup of tea, but mind you, not much is. I'm pretty new at most programming. I can program the basics in C++, and then Python I even struggle with sometimes getting my head around it, which is totally silly, but because it should be so easy. But then I forget. I think I'm in the C environment and I forget to do indents and stuff. It's just silly. And also I use Mac now and never go back. Very cool, Mason. All right, guys. I don't have anything. I just wanted to test the stream here and play around and talk to you guys and show you the new toy. It's going to be a little fun on the channel. I can't wait to bring you guys some awesome aerial videography. I think it's going to be good. It's just going to be tricky to find the flight locations that don't put anybody at risk, that I have permission to fly in, and all that kind of good stuff. And then Monday, we're going to be able to move on to this new stream. Like, I think we're in good shape. No drop frames, and we've been cruising along 20 minutes now at 1080. So this connection apparently might just do it. I'm impressed. And the OBS studio seems to be working. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I can't complain. If you guys got anything else to chat about, go ahead and throw it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to... Yep, we're good. My scene switchers are working. Everything's good. I think we're going to call it a night at this. Glad I got to hang out with you guys. It's cool. Even when there's just a few of us, it's a blast just chilling out with you guys and having a chat, having a good time. And I'll set these I'll try and do a live stream maybe next Thursday night, like a build video. I have some Arduino coding and Raspberry Pi coding that I want to do. The Raspberry Pi coding, I'm not sure whether I'm ready to show live yet because I do suck at Python, but what the heck, I might just stream. You guys can come by for a beer and a chat and whatever. But otherwise, we will be live Monday. If you didn't see it, check out my Raspberry Pi video that went live today. I beat the heck out of the Raspberry Pi 3, which is in this case. And it actually worked really, really well. I'm pretty impressed. Oh yeah, check out this. I got this awesome case from Adafruit. When I ordered the Pi 3s, I got this case, and this is a Pi 2 in here, but I couldn't believe I didn't know that it had these little slots on it for the ribbon cables to come out for the camera and such, and as well the GPIO has a cutout for the ribbon cable to come out. Really impressive little smoked it's not Lexan, it's just some kind of plastic, I don't know what it is. Really cool. It was like $7, so I just thought I'd throw that out there. I hadn't even tried it until today, so. All right. Tom, the first time here because I am CET and this is late for me. Yeah. A lot of viewers overseas. Sorry. A lot of viewers have trouble catching the cast, and this is the best time for me as usual. And Tom said we learn on mistakes. We absolutely do. That's how I learn. It's a blast. And Tom asked, did I get a Pi Zero? No, I did not. I can't get my head around what I would do with the Pi Zero, to be honest, because of how difficult the Pi Zero is to put your monitor and your peripherals on. You have to have a USB hub no matter what to hook at least your Wi-Fi and your USB mouse keyboard combo, and then you're going to need an adapter to go to HDMI to a display if you want to. I guess you could tunnel into it. I don't know what I would use it for without. I have to look and see what. I don't know what I would use it for. Something that small, I usually just use a microcontroller. Use an Arduino. I guess maybe I'll run into something where I'll need the strength of the Pi, the computing power, but I haven't yet. So, for the price of them, I don't think a person can go wrong with a full-size Pi and just play with. But I guess if you have a project that you need to embed, then the Pi Zero is the way. It's just not for me yet. Too much headache for what I want to play with. But that's, again, totally just me. I'm sure that might change next week when I come up with some silly project that I absolutely need it for. And I guess the monitor, the hookup isn't a big deal with the Pi Zero, truthfully, because I seldom hook my Pis to a display anymore. The ones that I'm doing dev and playing with, they're never hooked to a monitor. I'm just VNC'd into them. I just use PuTTY, FTP, and VNC to get into them. So, and it's fun to just have it displayed on my main PC where I can be working on my website at the same as tunneled into the Pi and doing Python dev. It made things so easy for me lately. And Tom said you need Wi-Fi and you can use SSH. You remotely connect to him. Absolutely. Gregor is here. Hey, Gregor, good to see you. Sorry, man. I'm just about to sign off here shortly. This was just a quick test of the streaming settings, and I'm super, super pleased with how it's working tonight. We are in really good shape. This completely new setup seems to be working. The only thing downrange, when someone tests the donation function, I hope it doesn't crash OBS. It works in test, but we'll see what happens when I'm live streaming. Other than that, I think we're in good shape. All right, guys, I'm going to go back to learning about my silly new drone, my new quadcopter from DJI, and we will see. By the way, I should throw it out there. I paid for all of it. If you guys didn't catch it on the live show, it is not a review. So, as usual, my review of it will be pretty unbiased, I hope. Williams here. Being a fellow Canuck, I would love to hear your tips on getting things shipped from US and overseas sometime. William, I did a video on just that the other day, and more on buying things. Electronics parts I buy strictly almost always from eBay, except when I deviate and buy a few things from Adafruit, because I like supporting them. But I always do everything. You check out the video. eBay, buy it now, top rated seller, free shipping, and usually comes out of China, no problem. Shipping out of the U.S., I'll be honest, I avoid it. Anything. I almost never ever buy from the U.S. anymore, being a Canuck. One, the exchange rate is brutal right now, as you know. It's a ridiculous amount to buy American dollars with Canadian pesos. Two, the customs at the border is absolutely ludicrous from any of the brokerage handling fees. Not the customs. The brokerage and handling fees from any of the major shipping companies are absolutely asinine, completely insane, especially FedEx and DHL. They're absolutely horrible. But when you buy from overseas suppliers, they don't put this ridiculous American dollar value on the component, and you don't get dinged that extra ridiculous amount in handling fees. That's my rant on that. That's what I do. I almost never buy from the US. I just can't, other than Adafruit, which is only when I really, really want to support them. And I'll be honest, I got a Pi 3, this case, a power supply, and a few other things, minor, small things, and it came with, I think it was $15 customs on it and $20 handling from UPS for a handling fee for handling the customs and brokerage, and then as well as the normal Adafruit price, the normal Adafruit shipping, which was $30 from New York to Southwestern Ontario, and the exchange rate. Yeah, it was expensive, but I like to support them when I can. And Tom said, happy once I got to go to the live stream. Cool. I buy from Banggood. Yeah, I've dealt with Banggood a few times, mostly for product review videos. I've only purchased from them twice, which was before I did any product review videos to make sure that I could stand behind them, and I had no problems. They shipped I think they shipped DHL to me, actually, and the pricing wasn't ridiculous, and the value was declared very low, so it didn't cost a lot. I was quite happy with that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut it here. Unless you guys got anything else, I'm going to go back to study a manual here. I got to return a couple phone calls, clearly. And it was really cool hanging out with you guys. It was a blast. I love you guys. Love when I get to hang out with you and just chat it up and have a good time. So we will catch up on Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If I don't see you before that on social media, I'll be... I was a little bit on Snapchat today, and I'll be on... we'll see if I can get a couple of Twitter posts out tonight and catch up with you guys. Cheers, guys. Have a great evening. Thanks, Zach. And good to see you, Zach, William, Tom, Gregor. Awesome stuff, guys. Have a great night. Cheers.